On today's Top Talks, we're just gonna talk about current events. Stand by. Welcome back, mga, for another Top Talks for this week. Today is August 2nd. It's August. It's time to get hot. It's your boy Mario, along with Rogelio and Randy. We're gonna talk about some stuff today that
Just random stuff.
just random stuff. Yeah, just random stuff and things that we think that's been going on. So,
Yeah.
have you guys heard about that boxing match in the Olympics? Yeah.
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 Oh, the women.
The women, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they said, I think it was a Italian boxer that quit within 45 seconds.
Mhm.
Yes.
Was it
Yeah,
Italian?
yeah, yeah. I think it is Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they say it's because the opponent
Yeah.
was a male. But
Mm.
what do you think about that?
At first, when I heard it, it was kind of
Yeah.
outrageous.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know who the opponent was.
Yeah.
I don't know the background.
Yeah.
All I know was a person quit within 45
Right,
seconds.
right.
Yeah.
With
With that caption, right? As
When they got 2 jabs.
Yeah.
That's what they said. 2
Two
jabs,
jabs,
and
yeah.
she's out.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
She taps out, doesn't want to fight anymore.
Yeah.
So at first I thought it was what everybody was saying. Oh, transgender
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? That doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Especially the Olympics. Yeah.
Especially in the Olympics.
Right.
I think I'm gonna pause it there. I think you might go too deep
Keep going.
because I don't want you to go too deep. Because
Yeah.
I know you. I don't want you to segue too far. I think we need to address the fact that what is our opinion with that statement you just said, transgender
In the Olympics.
No, in how about let's
In
make
general?
it bigger.
Okay.
In general, right? In
Sports.
specifically transgender females, meaning that they're born male.
both ways.
Both ways,
Or
yeah.
born female, wanna. I mean,
I mean, I've
I
never
don't think
seen
you're
it.
ever gonna see that, but I want to see one actually. You know what I
I
mean?
do.
Born female.
And then compete with males.
That's right. Yeah,
I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't seen one yet, but seems like the case.
If you guys know somebody, let us know.
oh yeah, I
Put in
know.
the comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it seems like the case is mainly born male, just like the swimmer
Yes.
trying to join.
Yeah.
Or
You know what I mean?
even some sort of cage fighting,
Right.
right?
Yes.
It
Yeah.
wasn't in the UFC, it was in another platform of cage fighting.
Cage fighting. Yeah.
It was a
What's that?
yeah.
Yeah. I
It
know
was
what you're talking about.
it's been years too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
It's male competed in a female event,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah, of course. I think so. I mean, I think that's, to me, in my opinion, is regardless. You know what I mean? I think I've seen something before.
Oh, before we continue, you guys want any type of beverage
No, I'm good. Thank you.
for a gift? Somebody's
Oh.
sending me a gift.
Oh!
I can't drink.
No, I'm good.
Whatever
Whatever.
Randy wants.
Whatever is they think is good.
Hmm.
How
Okay.
about that?
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So anyway, continue.
Yeah, so in sports in general.
Yeah, in general. Before we go back to your
Yeah.
earlier.
It was I think it's been a heated debate.
Yeah. For a
on-
while, right?
It's been going on for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, if that's the case, why have women's sports? Why have male sports? Just call it sports, and let everybody compete.
I agree. Yes.
If that's the case,
If
right?
that's the case. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's I'm with you because there's this big issue with that one Lindsay, whatever her name is,
Somebody swimmer?
the swimmer, right?
Yeah.
That so her teammate complained about him because he was inside the locker room
Yeah.
swinging his,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
over, and some lady,
Right.
some child, kid, complained about it,
Mhm.
and
I get it. Yeah.
turned her down.
Especially if you're the dad, right?
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't agree with that. I mean, can you imagine having your daughter go inside
Yeah.
a safe place like
Yeah, yeah,
school,
yeah. Right, right, right.
and then come to find out they're allowing
That's right. Because
biological male inside their spaces?
yeah,
Which,
like that could be, very traumatic on someone.
Well, yeah.
It could be, right?
I mean, if that was my daughter, I'll be one
That's
hundred
right.
percent pissed.
You know what I mean? Like it could be that could be traumatic for them too, especially
Right.
for you know what I mean. I don't know about the guys, but
Mm. there's this.
I think the opposite
Yeah.
would be a different case.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlie
Yeah.
Kirk mentioned
Yeah, yeah.
it, that
Yeah.
you know, he mentioned that transgender or those ideologies
Mhm.
stem from some mental issue,
Right.
right? Because if you notice, like if you ask any lady out there, like
Yeah.
like women growing up, they were uncomfortable with their bodies
Yeah, yeah.
growing up.
Mhm.
And then today, if a child says that,
Yeah.
automatically be like, oh, would you like some, hormone
Treatment.
blocker,
Yeah.
treatment, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, it's fine. It's a phase that they go through.
Right, right, right. right.
Because, my wife was like that too. She
Yeah.
was uncomfortable with her body when she was
Yeah.
younger. She grew out of
They
it.
go through a phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They go through a phase.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that nobody talks about.
Right, right.
Is it really a mental issue? If
Do
it's
males go to that phase?
males go through that phase as well.
The adolescent.
Yeah,
phase.
yeah. Not me, because I'm hardcore, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I do know, like, like you go to grade school, high school, you see those flamboyant guys.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
when they grow up, they're like, studs. They,
Yeah,
they,
yeah, yeah.
they don't really, they
But-
don't really.
and I think sometimes culture and not culture, maybe not culture. What do you call this? What's in basically?
Okay. The
Because in
influence
Thailand,
by that.
because it's in Thailand. When I went to Thailand,
Yeah.
you'll see straight guys that wears makeup, which is, but to them but they're straight men.
Yeah.
It's just part of their
I
what do you
mean-
call this?
Yeah.
It's in basically. That
Here-
makes sense, like
We both, all three of us, been
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Iraq, Afghanistan.
Mhm.
yeah.
You've seen the transition from 8 to 15-year-old boys.
All
right.
Yeah.
And then, they have that phase.
Mhm.
I don't know why they go to that phase. I don't understand the culture, but they do.
Yeah.
And then as they get older,
Yeah.
somebody else picks that up.
Yeah.
Right?
But
I don't know if it's a phase or
Yeah.
rite of
Or-
passage or
right.
whatever the case may be.
yeah. But it happens.
It happens.
It happens. Yeah, and I think I agree that it's cultural because the human body really does have chemical imbalances most of the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Like our hormones and all that
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
especially when we turn puberty, right?
Mhm.
And if nobody like talks to us like like a dad, like, oh, you're just going through a phase,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. To understand,
You're gonna be
what you're feeling.
confused. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna be confused. Like, am I a female? I don't know what that's the case. I never experienced it.
Yeah.
But is it am I a girl? And that's why people talk about, in the past life I'm a girl, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. But I think it's a phase that culturally, if
Yeah.
you empower it, like for example, like, yeah, this is normal for you, young man, to go through this phase,
Yeah.
then that's more, it's going to be more dominant in that individual, right? That, okay, I'm going to be flamboyant, I'm going to be a girl, and
Yeah.
then they grow out of it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I see
So-
what you're saying. Yeah.
But that's just speculation. I don't know. There's no scientific fact or scientific study
Yeah.
that proves it. But just observation.
Yeah.
Compare like when your observation in Iraq,
Yeah.
and it just just put one and one together.
Yeah.
You know.
But I think I don't want to go too far from our main topic, but that's what I meant though. I mean, regardless of what it is, right? I think physicality in sports, regardless of what phase they go through or so on and so forth, right?
Yeah.
You still born at the end of the day with different,
Oh,
chromosomes than a female.
your pelvic
That's right.
bone
So
is
you-
different.
Most of the time you are still going to be stronger than a female.
Most of the
time.
You know what I mean?
There's some exceptions out there.
Yeah.
We've seen them.
Yeah.
We've seen some really
Strong, yeah.
strong.
Yeah, we're not saying that they're not. I'm just that's why. I
Right.
said, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like if I play basketball with a WNBA star,
we're gonna get smoked.
I'm gonna get
Yeah,
smoked.
of course, because that's they've been doing
Yeah.
that the whole life. Yeah, I get it.
we're
yeah.
gonna get smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you have
LeBron.
LeBron James.
and
Whoever.
NBA versus WNBA.
Oh,
Yeah,
hands
yeah,
down, the
yeah.
NBA can smoke him.
And I think that's what they said on that comment. Social media is funny sometimes.
Right.
You know what I mean? They were like, okay, now Mike Tyson is
I seen that one.
is in the so now Mike Tyson is Michaela Tyson now is gonna compete for the U.S. to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's funny, but it's like, okay, well, what if that happens, right? And that, again, I think they just gotta stick with for sports purposes. That's why there's, like you said earlier, there's men and women for a reason, right?
Right.
Because it's just not gonna be fair, I think.
I don't think so because if
Statistics speaking,
let's
yeah,
think about what if, right? This is the
Yeah.
what if factor. Let's just say boxing.
yeah,
In the world of boxing, any gender fights, man, woman, whatever.
yeah.
Who do you think is going to be in the top 100? Most of the time, it will be a male boxer.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
in that, so there's no gender. There's no WBF male versus WBF male. It's going to be mixed all over. It's hands down. I mean, if you look at the statistics, like
Yeah.
unless it's even in golf, man.
Yeah.
Like the best golf player
right.
in the women PGA
LPGA, yeah.
LPGA have a problem competing with the men.
Yeah, because power.
The power,
They
exactly.
don't have that. They don't have the power. They might have
Right.
the finesse, but not the power.
And then people may say, "Oh, that's sexist. That's sexist." Like, no, it's just that we're not built the same.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's the takeaway there.
Yeah.
We're just not built the same. We just need to respect each other's gender, I think.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll respect you. You're the number one pound per pound female fighter. Got it. But are you going to be the pound per pound number one male?
Yeah.
Probably not. Not even the number 5. I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, going back to the
Yeah.
swimmer.
Mhm.
Yes, the swimmer. Yeah,
Going
yeah,
back to the swimmer.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I never researched this.
Yeah.
They said he was quite mediocre swimmer as
That's true.
in the males.
That's true.
Yeah, in the division, yeah.
The division. Then he went to the females,
Yeah.
broke every single record.
Mhm.
And I think they just need to look at the record to begin with. Like, who is the fastest runner right now?
Usain Bolt.
Women.
Oh, women. Oh, fuck.
I don't know, but I'm saying, what is her
Most of the
time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and what is the fastest male? What is his time?
He can't.
As simple math. You just look at it. You know what I mean? Okay,
Yeah.
if you're the number one female,
I don't understand why they're trying to make men and women.
doesn't make
equal.
sense. Isn't that? I think I've seen this before in a debate. Like, that's why this isn't the reason why women back in the day asked for
Separation.
the rights,
Yeah, the rights.
the
Yeah.
women rights, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of a slap on the face for them too.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's kind of taking away the idea, like, hey, we're women, we are entitled to do this too.
Yeah.
It's not just male doing this, whatever, right?
Mhm.
But that's kind of, to me, that's kind of taking away that
Right.
what they fought for, basically. Does
Exactly.
that make sense?
And I think it's also we have lost our thick skinness. Like
Mhm.
people like, oh, you're a trans, you can't compete, and they
Yeah.
get butthurt
Yeah.
that quick. Like,
Right.
look at the reality, guy.
Right,
You were
right.
born a male. You should understand you can't compete with this.
Well,
woman.
now on the other hand, again, I don't have. Again, like I said last time, right? I don't care what they do, right?
Yeah.
If they're trans, gay, whatever.
Right.
I think I only have issues with the, since we're talking about sports, with the division, right?
Right.
Women.
Right.
Now, if they really wanna compete, then they should make their own. If that's the case,
That
The
would
problem
solve
is-
everything. Yeah. That would solve everything.
I think so. I mean, like, if you want to be others, then this is the other selection right here. You know
Right.
what I mean? Then just
Yeah,
put all
yeah.
of them
You
together.
wanna
But can you? But in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
case too, they might have problems.
But I know that's what I'm saying. But that's not at that point. Now I see what you're getting at. Because at that point, now you're gonna have a female that went male. Now you got a
Male.
male that went to female,
And then by category again.
and then
That's why you gotta go again.
Yeah.
What's going on?
it is.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. But what I'm saying is, if they really want to do it, then just put all of them together. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to be other than a male and female, there's your division right here.
Right.
Yeah.
If you want to compete with this female that's now claiming he's a male,
Yeah.
let him compete with the other. Let's say, what I mean by that is, if they let them put them all together, and then
Mhm.
they can have their own subcategory within that category. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
if you're bi, then you can compete with the bi, and then whatever, and so on and so forth. But in
In that umbrella.
that umbrella, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I
Mhm.
think so. I don't know if they really want to solve the problem of having this
You know
like
that
doubts.
that kind of mentality is like
Yeah.
goes hand in hand with the socialist idea, right?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, but if you do that, exactly. That's a good point. You set that up because now if you do that, now you're trying to please everybody,
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
and then now that's taking away with the rules and regulation, just like we had in the army. There is rules and regulation for a reason.
Yeah.
Is what makes us unite
So what do you
And
think?
follow.
and follow.
So
It's
can
that
you
guideline,
can
right?
you in like your own word describe what socialism is, so that everybody would know what our baseline is and what our thoughts about socialism?
So from what I understand, what a socialist is it's really not for the people. It's government controlled, letting deciding for the whole population.
Okay. Well, how about your
Well,
interpretation?
yes, but my interpretation is he's right. But basically, everybody is having the idea of like we all the same. We all if we basically all fair. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I think. Socially, when you say socialism, it's like we are all the boss. Basically,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Okay.
us three are the boss, and we all there's no more you.
No, yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
the same across the board. Basically, that's
Yeah.
what I think when
I'm
you say socialism.
my interpretation is
Yeah.
kind of like combined with both of you.
Yeah.
So yes, we're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but we have somebody in charge. That will be
Yes.
the chairman,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The chairman that he's not kind of in charge, but he guides
Yeah.
the social structure.
Yeah.
But the problem with that,
Yeah.
I think, with socialism is the term equal,
Yeah.
right? So if Rogelio,
Yeah.
let's say he made $10,000,
Yeah.
worth of work,
Yeah.
and you just did $5,000, and I did $2,000.
Yeah.
To be equal, we have to cut that $10,000 so it will be
Yeah.
divided by 3.
Yeah. Regardless if you work hard or not, right?
Exactly.
Or me. I mean,
Exactly.
I could be lazy and
Yeah.
get his money. Got it.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting rich.
Somebody's
Yeah.
gonna.
Somebody's getting rich.
Well,
Somebody's getting rich.
Well, the guy on top of
you gotta pay the guy. You
The
gotta
guy-
pay the guy.
the guy on top of us.
yeah, the guy.
So he doesn't get paid. He manages the state funds.
Yeah.
Manages.
Okay.
But who's the state,
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Huh?
right? So
Yeah.
now whatever he say, he is law.
That's like that sounds like that's one way ticket to corruption.
It could be.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
when we had my brother-in-law who lives in Europe, Germany,
Yeah.
and Germany, like he said, it's a socialist
Yeah.
society.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's some.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
It's yeah.
It can they tend to be.
They tend to be.
Okay.
Majority of the rulings, everybody got health care.
Okay.
Everybody's the same on that point.
Okay.
Like the basic necessities are all
Yeah.
Free.
from the government. School,
Yeah.
which is great,
Yeah.
right? You want to be a doctor, you can go to school for free
Yeah. Forever.
forever,
Yeah.
right? Healthcare, for us too. Like the poor can go get their health check and still survive.
Yeah.
Same here, different program.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But-
you can still survive. Yeah.
Right, the premise is still in that social order.
Yeah.
There's some perks, I would say.
Yeah.
And for me, sometimes those perks kind of hurt me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I work so hard for what I earn,
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Joe Snuffy over there
Mhm.
isn't,
Yeah.
then
How's that fair, right?
why do I have to make sure that he's okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So there's definitely a pros and cons. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's enough for them to have a stable life, but
Yeah.
not a full of freedom life, if that makes sense, right?
Right.
So if you don't have to pay that much tax, right?
Yeah.
You'll be able to save more money and you can do so much more,
Yeah.
right? Instead of paying, like I don't know how much the tax there I heard is high,
That's high.
Yeah.
and you could be saving a lot more and doing more stuff with your hard-earned money.
Right.
So that's kind of like what's lacking over there is it's free, but it's kind of suppressed a little bit.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We okay, taxes are high over there. So is here.
Yeah.
But there's other things that you can
Do.
commit to.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I want to do this.
Right.
I don't want to do that program. I have a choice,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I could choose my own program where I
Right.
want to go.
Yeah.
What best fits me
Me and your family.
and my needs, right?
Yeah,
Me and my family's needs.
Yeah.
I am not 100% well versed in what's going on over there,
Right.
but the way it sounded
Yeah.
was, yeah, it's all there.
Yeah.
It's all included,
Mhm.
right? There's no choice. Maybe there is, but this is your base.
Right.
Oh.
Which most of the time it can sound good,
Right.
but sometimes things that sounds too good, there's got to be something bad.
Yeah, you know what
You
I'm
know
saying.
what I mean?
It sounds too
Yeah,
much
that's
too
not,
good.
that
It's not
sounds
good.
too good to be.
Yeah.
It becomes fishy. You know, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. And I think that's how I see on that socialist way. I think I'm not a big fan, honestly, with socialism for the simple fact that in a basically in layman's term,
Mhm.
I don't wanna work too. Why would I? Because he said it right. You know what I mean? Like it kind of makes people lazy. I think.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes.
No competition.
No competition.
Like this. Why would I have a drive? Why? Let me put it this way. People want to be a doctor, sometimes not because to be a doctor. You know why they want to be a doctor? They want to earn money. You know what I'm saying? They want money. Degrees like that. Got it. The parents maybe it runs in the blood, or I really want to be a doctor.
That's also competitive to get in.
But 80% of the time, they want to be a doctor because they want to have the money, right?
Right.
Now, let's say, but what if I'm not gonna share that because I work hard on getting that degree? You know what I mean? And why do I wanna? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For someone that didn't even try to be one.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
It's.
Now I'm earning what 250.
I guess it
Yeah,
depends
like-
on the perspective of the individual, right?
Yeah.
You know, like what's good for them or not. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not really a total full socialist country.
Yeah.
So there's still capitalism in there.
I think a good mix of both. I think maybe. I don't know.
I think so. I think the social reforms are good.
Yeah.
The social programs are good.
Yeah. The idea is good though. Don't get me wrong. It just
The idea is it's
Not-
good on
not
paper.
all.
It's
Yeah,
good
yeah,
on
yeah.
paper, but
Yeah.
in reality,
it doesn't
it
help
doesn't.
economically.
It doesn't really help.
With economy. I think for economy, it's not great. I don't think. I think look at what is
No,
that?
I thought Germany is like one of the biggest economies.
Well, I don't think the problem. I think the reason why I don't think they're full socialist in a sense. I think that's the mix that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about a country like the South American.
Colombia.
No.
Venezuela?
Is it Colombia? It's Venezuela.
Oh,
That's
Venezuela.
full socialist.
Yeah.
That went downhill.
Oh my
You
God.
know what I mean?
yes.
Like because that's full socialist.
yeah,
That's
like their
I'm
money
talking
is
about.
like
Gone.
done.
You know what I mean? Like that's a full socialist country
Yeah.
that just went down the drain because of the idea that did not work. Does that
Mhm.
make sense?
Somebody got rich.
So, exactly, and that's what we meant. You know what I mean? The guys, someone is always gonna be on top,
On top.
regardless if it's socialist, capitalist, whatever. Someone is gonna be on top. The problem with socialists is only gonna be one that's on
One.
top. You know what I
At
mean?
least in a capitalist
Everybody's.
country, if you work hard enough, you're lucky
That's
enough.
right. You have the chance to go
Yeah.
on top, right?
I mean,
And-
some CEOs didn't even finish college.
Right, and which is ties into. I know we kind of segue too far away from our initial one, which is kind of segue to the idea of the sports, right?
Yeah.
Because same thing, right? Socialist, someone is dictating, and we kind of don't want that with the sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Imagine being a socialist sport.
Yeah.
Everybody's the same.
Yeah. But you know what's purely socialist?
What?
The military. The military is a purely socialist concept. If you think about it, we have no choice.
Right,
You know, this is where you're gonna live. This is where you're gonna eat.
right.
You know, this is what you're gonna learn. It's all about the hive.
It's because of again, it comes with training and discipline.
Right.
At a
And that's
certain
the
rank, you rank this.
Yep.
Yeah.
a
At a
certain
certain
rank.
rank, you
Right.
if you reach this rank at this year
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
army, this is how much you're gonna make.
Yep.
But that's the capitalism part. You work hard to make that.
True.
That makes sense?
But the
It's a good
structure.
mix of the structure, the idea of the socialism in the army. I get what you're saying. The idea is there, but you still have to work hard to make it
Oh
on top,
yeah.
which is the capitalism part.
Right.
You know what I mean? I still
Because you
got to do
still
that.
got kicked out. You still get kicked out.
We
That's
still
true.
get kicked out.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. So, but what makes the reason why it works, I think, in the army is because we are trained to do it.
Yeah.
We are trained. We
We
go to training.
volunteered.
We are like. That's why we call each other brothers and sisters
Yeah.
because we're born that way.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a
Or,
country.
Comrade.
That's right.
Camaraderie.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I wonder if they still do that. Do they still
They
call
do,
each
they
other?
do, they do.
Do they still call each other brothers and
Comrade.
sisters? I don't know.
And so I've seen a video about the socialist party in San Francisco, in California,
Yeah.
and they call each other comrade. It's ridiculous. If you see that video, you're gonna be losing your mind, man.
So does the you know what? I'm gonna ask that next week, man. Hey, you guys still call each other brothers and sisters? Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna ask a random question to. I'm gonna pick like a.
It gotta be gender neutral.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna pick someone with a rank. Someone someone that kind of.
Well,
Not too
I can
sensitive.
talk
That
to
makes
Justin. Like, he,
Yeah. You know
do
what I
you
mean?
still call each other? Yeah, I think so. Cause he calls me brother all the time.
How do you know you're a brother?
Cause you know. You say,
Ay nako.
Ay,
Yeah,
nako.
yeah.
Ay, nako.
No, but I think we're trained. I think the reason why it works in the army because we all have rules and regulation. We all train together. We kind of know our lingo. As compared to like a country. We're talking about a country.
I
man.
think you're hitting it because
You know what I mean?
we all volunteered
Yeah,
to live this way.
that's right. It's,
Right.
Yeah,
We all
nobody
volunteered.
told you.
Nobody told you. Nobody's forcing you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You volunteered to live this way.
exactly. It's
So-
like same thing here. Like if you don't like the way it runs as a country, I mean,
You know, there's one place.
Everybody says, "I'm gonna get out. I'm leaving."
you
There's
can
one-
hear-
You're still here.
There's one place that socialism works.
Yeah.
In the household. That's the only place socialism works. So you have the mother and the
That
father
can work. Yeah,
that can work. Well, it works
yeah.
because if you don't have socialism, who's
Oh,
gonna
that's
take care of
true.
your
I see what
kids
you're saying.
in the household?
Yeah,
That's where the idea came from.
yeah.
It's from, hey,
Be
this
fair, yeah.
family structure. Why can't we just make it for everybody? But
Yeah.
little they realize, brother and sister really is not gonna compete.
So I kind of initially when my kids were younger, this is where I kind of disagree because I kind of taught them to because I believe in the healthy competition. You guys heard that before,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Like healthy competition. That's
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna put you down, but I'm gonna compete with you so you can one up me. And then the idea is to one up each other. But at the end of the day, you're growing
You're growing both.
Yeah,
both, right?
yeah. But when
In a way.
But
I
when-
mean, we kind of stopped it. Like as they get older, obviously, you can't tell them what to do anymore.
Yeah.
but here's a good
Revolt. They revolt.
It worked.
Now here's a good test.
Yeah.
Here's a good test. Answer if you
That did
answer
work.
honestly, you'll know that's
Okay. Yeah.
During Christmas,
Yeah.
who gets the least amount of gifts
Least amount of gifts in the whole family?
on their kids, between your kids, or are they equally like this is what you want? What you want?
So the way we do gifts in our family actually is different.
Okay.
We pull names.
Oh,
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
very
that's
unique.
how we run our
How about
um,
birthdays?
birthdays. We ask wishes.
Okay.
We run our things differently.
Yeah.
we don't
so
like-
both of them. You ask them for
Like
their
let's
wishes.
they throw we have a group chat
yeah.
Mhm.
and then they'll just throw their wish.
They're
Yeah.
random.
Their list.
Yeah.
And then if, let's say me, for instance, like I'll pick a list and then I'll talk to the other two, like, hey, I'm getting this. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
We run differently. I think I'm the one guy you ask.
no,
them.
that's fine. But
Yeah,
you
yeah,
ask both of them, right?
Yeah, they all get asked. We all do.
Regardless if they did
Yeah,
their chores or not.
Ye-
Yes. Who did the most? So
Yes,
that's
yes,
socialism.
Okay.
Regardless
okay.
who did more the chores, they
Yeah.
both equally had the right to. Here's my wish, Dad.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're getting at.
So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's why it works in the family. That's why it works in the family.
I see what you're getting at there.
Because that's how the structure is supposed to be at.
But my kids are spoiled as shit.
Man, this computer is for my child. I just borrowed it from her.
I know. Yeah.
So, but that, so it works in the family
yeah.
structure.
And that's what I meant by I think a little bit of both, as long as there's, you mix them well to where I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying this because I'm not very in tune to it, but
So I
There's-
agree. Like
there's
you have you have some social
I think there are pros and
assistance.
cons.
Yeah.
For both.
I think you have to really pay attention to the social programs
Yeah.
and limit it, right? So
Yeah.
that the individual don't abuse it.
Yeah.
Like for
yeah.
example, welfare, right?
Mhm.
I don't agree with welfare
In a way, yeah.
in a way,
Yeah.
but if you do need help,
Yeah.
right? Then I will help you out for the next 6 months.
Yeah. And then you're
By that time, you have to get yourself ready
okay.
because you're about to lose all that welfare.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That will I
Encourage
don't know,
them.
encourage them to, or place some sense of urgency in their like I need to
Now,
look for a
when you
job.
say welfare, you're talking about like, because I know they get the food
Food
stamps,
stamps.
and
Now we
because that's
don't.
different, right?
No, the same
Yeah,
thing.
it's the
Because
same.
The
that's
same
low
thing.
income people.
Yeah,
So-
it falls into it.
Yeah, it falls into it. So
Right.
here's the kicker, right?
Right.
If you're gonna give them a limit, you also have to give them the ability to get resources to improve themselves,
To get out of it.
to get out of it. Like
Okay.
maybe a trade school, or
Yeah.
maybe
Which I believe there is, right? I mean, isn't that in the realm of your
It is, but
umbrella in a way?
it is. There's some help out there to get
Yeah.
out. Majority of the help that surrounds, let's pick in food insecurity,
Yeah.
because it kind of ties with homelessness,
Yeah.
yeah,
and it always ties into mental health,
Disorders and stuff.
drugs,
Right.
homelessness due to X,
Right.
Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And sometimes all the resources that's given
Yeah.
does not scratch the itch,
mm.
right? When we say that we'll put a cap into it, which they do,
Yeah.
Oh, they do, they do.
they do.
Okay.
I mean, that's why we always have to reform SNAP benefits.
Right, right. Okay.
Otherwise, it's gonna run out.
That's
Uh,
true. Yeah.
They always have to reform it, and they take this out, this political season,
Yeah.
this agenda. Next 4 years, next 2 years, they're gonna reform it and add it back again. So
Yeah.
there's always a give and take. It's not all at once all the time. So there's resources that turn off
Mhm.
and then back on, which kind of messes up the flow. If you are already on a good track
Yeah.
and that resource stops,
Yeah.
now you have to find where to go. And majority of the times, the self structure of the individual
Yeah.
is not 100%. Then they revert back to where they came from, to
Got
what
it.
they started.
Oh.
So the fallback is the hardest part. Now you're talking about, let's just hit addiction, for example.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's a very touchy subject. There's a lot of fallback with addiction.
Yeah.
Not everybody would love to be addicted. I guarantee you that that is not a statement that you would hear.
Right.
Really?
Oh
Wow.
no. Oh
Okay.
no. Some people are hooked and don't know how to get out.
Like genuinely doesn't know how. Like they
Don't
wish.
know how to get out.
Like they wish they weren't addicted, basically. Yeah.
I don't
get it.
think anybody would like to.
Well, yeah. It's true. Yeah.
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I mean,
But some people actually like the addiction.
they do love that feeling of
yeah. The addiction.
Euphoria. Yeah.
that high,
Whatever they
whatever.
feel. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everybody wants to be off it because it's a continuous cycle
Yeah.
that nobody knows how to stop it.
Oh, absolutely.
They can't stop it.
I get it. Yeah.
That's, that's difficult because I mean, I'm not an expert.
Oh, here,
All right,
Right?
here.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
some sort of addiction.
Addiction. Yeah.
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 Right?
That's
Smoking.
true. Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people that want to
Yeah.
quit smoking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but can't.
Yeah. Present.
Right?
Yeah, that's
and
right, that's
that
right,
involves money,
Yeah.
your health.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen if you continue,
Yeah.
but you still continue.
Because you're addicted.
You're addicted.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how that feeling is because I was addicted to smoking too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So understand
Yeah.
being addicted to something.
Yeah.
You're right. It is
I mean,
kind of hard
I
to.
think it's a lot
quit.
easier to use visual or aids that we even use today,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? Versus the stronger ones to where, you
Yeah.
know, none of us could relate.
Right.
Right. Yeah. That's
So-
probably even worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as
So
like addiction level.
Yes.
Yeah,
So if we're using things that you could see, what
Yeah.
we do,
Like
Then-
the legal ones.
the legal ones,
Yeah.
then maybe
Yeah.
it's a lot easier, palatable
Yeah.
to understand what kind of addiction is.
So,
Yeah.
so I think I have an opinion on that. I think
Yeah.
there's a controversy about that because I'm not an expert, right? But it seems like addiction, right? It keeps going on because the pharmaceutical companies doesn't want to quit because there's a lot of money
Yeah.
going through those drugs. And by that, I mean, it's 2024. We should have, medicine already for, a pill a magic pill or something that you just pop in and you're good. But how come that hasn't happened? Cancer hasn't had any cures yet.
Right.
I mean, it's been
Oh,
going
yeah.
on for years.
There
But
was,
oh, by the way, we mapped the freaking genome.
there was a, I don't know if you remember years ago where they were, there was a suit against a major pharma
Right.
for codeine,
Mm.
oxy,
Oxycontin,
Okay.
yeah. Oxycontin, yeah.
and how they posted the drug as a pain reliever, but in reality, they knew it was addictive,
Yeah.
but they did not stop it.
They just did
continued
it
pushing.
anyway. Yeah.
Yes, and there was a lot of things that
Mm.
each drug needs to be approved by the federal,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and even then it passed on the federal level
Yeah.
because money talks.
Yeah, money talks.
Yeah. It's sad, but it's true.
You know
At the end of the
what's,
day, yeah.
so I was watching this documentary about that.
Why does money talk?
Why?
Why?
Capitalism.
Business.
Business.
Business,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
those are the downfalls.
True, true.
Right?
Yeah.
Those are downfalls.
Again, pros and cons on both.
pros and cons.
Pros and
Cons. Yeah. Yeah.
But here, I saw a documentary about. I think I don't know if it was Oxycontin or something, and the approver. No, actually, it was Oxycontin, and the approver. So the way it works
Yeah.
is they have a person from the FDA go to Pfizer,
Mhm.
let's say work there, and then make sure that everything is dressed right dress, and they can do the approval process. So you have an FDA guy that's in the building with the pharmaceutical. Just think about, hey
Yeah.
buddy, you want a new car?
Yeah,
Yeah.
gifts.
Yeah, hey, you want to do this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, like you said, capitalism is, if abused,
Yeah.
it's not
not
good
gonna-
as well.
I mean, it's both ways.
Yeah.
Right?
Or
You know,
anything
but-
really.
anything abused.
yeah, anything abuse really. But I prefer capitalism more because of the freedom of not, like I came from a poor family. I've never
Mhm.
been rich,
Yeah.
or at least well off. I can't say I'm rich, right?
Yeah.
But well off.
This guy got land in the Philippines, man.
Yeah.
Don't be bullshit.
Anyway,
Lands.
anyway, so coming from the fields of rice in the Philippines,
Yeah.
and then here working in the States, and
Yeah.
getting a house and all the stuff. Capitalism enabled me to do that. Work hard.
Yeah.
Don't quit.
Mhm.
Just be determined. Be disciplined.
Yeah.
And you get something out of it. In socialism,
Yeah.
you work regardless how hard you work. You're just gonna be staying in that status.
You
Yeah,
just,
you'll get a house.
You'll get a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
You'll
this.
get,
Yeah.
how many people you have in your house? 3 or 2 bedroom.
Well, I think you said the keyword.
Yeah.
The differences. I think the biggest difference between the two is freedom.
Yeah.
That's the keyword. I think that's what separates capitalism and socialism.
Yeah.
It's definitely freedom. You know what I mean? So,
I don't understand why these kids nowadays are into socialism. I still don't understand.
you know why, right? I think so. I thought about that too.
Let's hear it.
I think because but it's a byproduct of our. I think at the end of the day, government. Think about how much houses, how much apartment is, how
Yeah.
much gas, how much. Just think about how much everything is.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Now think about your kids.
Oh yeah.
They can't afford any of them.
True.
So guess what they turn into? Socialism.
Go to
Because the
government.
only way they can afford something is to
Yeah.
be fair with someone that can afford it.
Yeah.
So now I'm be like, shit, man, I can't afford any of these.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What if we can just make everybody the same? That makes sense? It's so hard to buy things that kids nowadays are becoming socialists because of that, I think.
Yeah.
My opinion is because why can't just be all be fair? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that guy got a nice car and I'm over here struggling. I can't get a rent. I
That's
can't do this.
interesting.
But
Does that
that's
make
an
sense?
individual.
That's interesting.
It is an individual, but if I'm a kid
Yeah.
and I'm
That's
looking
how
at
are you seeing it?
I'm looking at everybody and
Yeah.
like because our new era now is just nothing. I mean, we're complaining, and I think we can afford most of the things, right? Right? And
Yeah.
you're complaining about prices.
Most of the things. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine your kids.
Oh,
What
my
can
kids,
they-
I don't know.
what can your kids afford?
Oh, they can't afford shit right now.
Exactly. So there's only one way to do
Right,
it.
right.
Socialism.
Yeah.
That's why they turn into like socialism, because I think because of that,
Yeah.
they just can't afford shit. So they want to be fair across the board. Am I making sense? Like,
That's,
Yeah, I think-
that's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
What's your thoughts?
It's quite interesting to
Put it that way.
to put it in that perspective. Who are the big ones in government right now that talks that way?
Kamala Harris?
That's funny.
OAC,
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and
Whatever. I haven't seen her in a while.
Omar.
Omar,
Yeah, I haven't seen her in a while too. I don't know.
I
It's
haven't
been
seen
quiet
her.
actually.
She been hype.
You know, it's funny. You're right, man. It's been quiet, especially now that it's election. I'm surprised.
they don't
Well,
want to rock
AOC
the boat.
said something about
They don't want to rock the boat.
she actually defended freaking Vance from Kamala Harris.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
No way.
yeah.
dude.
There's I forget I don't know what she said, but there's
No
a headline.
way, dude.
AOC defends Vance from Kamala Harris loyalty comment whatever.
That's
Can she
funny,
actually really run for
cool.
press?
Cool.
Who? AOC?
Kamala.
So,
So-
I heard an interesting thing. I never thought about that. Like, wait, how can she be running already? I thought you need to be voted to run.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought that was
So
the case.
there is a rule, I
Yeah.
guess, that you can
Crown yourself. I think that's what's.
crown yourself.
that
I
was-
guess after a certain amount of time.
Like, I think I earned this.
Yep. Basically, so
LeBron.
Yeah, I'm the goat.
and
what
they
you say.
basically destroyed democracy that way.
But you can't, and I agree with that. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Where I get that statement from, and then I was like, shit, that is true. Like, how the hell do you vote yourself to be one? You need to be. You just
Voted.
you just defeated the purpose of democracy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you
Can
need
you
to be
imagine?
voted up there.
Right.
Yeah.
So the Democratic Party, right?
Yeah,
Instead of
finding
how,
one.
each state vote,
Yeah, yeah,
delegate vote, right?
That's right.
She just said, "I'm that nomination.
I'm that
nominee.
person.
I'm
Yeah.
that. I'm
I
that
know.
guy.
That's
You're
the-
welcome." Like what?
Here's the way I saw it.
Yeah.
We all voted who wants to be in the
seat.
GOP or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They saw it that way. The Democratic Party said, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. This is what we're gonna do."
Yeah.
That sounds like socialism.
Like you said, pros and cons.
Pros and cons, I guess. Ooh. You better be careful which
Yeah.
one do you want, right?
Yeah,
You know?
it's,
I don't know.
this is actually starting to be an interesting election. It's starting to be an
It's
interesting.
becoming
yeah.
interesting, but I can't, man. I'm telling you, I like that.
Well, I still want to have some rules and regulation.
Right.
Yeah,
They're interesting,
yeah.
but you're not following the rules.
Right.
But
right,
I think you
oh
should have
yeah.
to. I think that's what rules.
So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I know.
What are they gonna do?
They did the hump. It's kind of too late now. It's like 3
Dude.
months to the election, and if let's say they
Dude,
vote
less than that, man.
less than that, let's say they vote somebody, right?
Yeah.
Where are they gonna get the money? You can't transfer the money.
Oh, well, she's raising a lot of money.
But they can't. Well, she does. But let's say they voted another one, right?
Yeah.
They can't transfer that money. Let's just say GOP said. I mean, the GOP. The Democrats said, I don't think we're gonna win with Kamala.
Yeah.
Let's actually vote now because everybody talking smack,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. 'Cause-
Just go through it.
Yeah.
And let's say they voted somebody.
Yeah.
They can't transfer that money from Kamala Harris to that
Yeah.
new guy.
They
Just-
can, but they could transfer it to the Democratic Party
Yeah.
and have a donation.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
There's always a loophole, man. And that's the thing with government. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
There's always a loophole.
There's always a fine line. There's always a
Can I drink
background.
then? No, just kidding.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I don't think you're ready
That's
for that.
crazy,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
When is it? August what?
Yeah.
August what?
August what?
Yeah,
August 22.
Oh, damn! Towards the end. Okay,
yeah, I know.
they got a long ways to go.
Yeah, but that's a
Yeah.
good, that's a pretty good. I'm glad that we hit that topic, the socialism and capitalism, because especially now, election is coming out.
Election's
That's
coming
something
out.
people can think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What do you really want for your country?
That's the good question, right?
You know what I mean?
it is. It is.
It's
I mean,
a good question for everybody. Like, hey, what do you really want?
do you want change?
You want change?
Is it-
Yeah.
I mean, change is perspective.
Yeah.
You know, is it change for the better or change
Yeah.
for the worse?
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Another question is, do you still want another 4 years of what we've been through?
Or do you
Or
want to
you know
change?
it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
He bowed down already.
No, I'm
Yeah.
talking about if Kamala Harris become president. I mean,
Technically the same
it's
policy.
the same policy.
You
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah, you're
It
right.
could be worse policies.
There you go.
Well, it could. That's what I'm saying. Or
Perspective.
again, well, in their defense, it could be better. Okay. It
I
could
mean,
always. It could
there
always
might
go.
have there might be a 5% chance about
I
that.
mean, where can you go from here,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know.
right?
You can only get better. No, you fuck it up. That's how you know you're bad, right?
It's kind of like a 3-stage cliff, right? You just fell one
Yeah.
cliff, and if you go to this person, you're gonna end up diving another
Yeah.
cliff.
Well, that's a good statement you just said, though, because it's already bad as it is, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you run for, basically, dude, you cannot fuck it up. It's already fucked up, right? You know what I mean? Now, if you fuck up something that's already fucked up, that's how you know you're fucked up.
Yeah.
Man,
But I don't think the American
Imagine the
people-
gas next year will be like $8.
Oh my god, that's what.
which already hit in
Like, oh
California.
shit! Like,
Yeah.
I remember going to California. I saw $8.
Oh
Yeah.
jeez, Lord
and
have
I was
mercy.
like, what the heck is
Yeah.
going on here?
How much is too much can the American people tolerate, man?
What I don't get is where are the Democrats when we needed them to, like, hey, look, your party the past 4 years, look, just don't be blind. You know what I mean? Just look at it and just be honest with yourself. Were we really that bad or good?
Right.
I think we were pretty bad.
Yeah.
The past couple years,
God,
right?
they're
So
terrible,
where is the passion?
right?
There's none.
They have a passion.
They have a passion for self.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
They have a- and when I say self,
Yeah.
they're backed by
Self-im-
someone.
Self improvement.
Right. They're backed by
Yeah,
big
yeah.
pockets too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
don't,
true.
Don't get it twisted. Both sides are backed
Mhm.
by someone.
There's pros and cons on both. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So for us that feel the hurt,
Yeah.
they don't really feel the hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they don't.
I see what
They're
you're
out of
getting at.
touch.
That's a good point. I see
They're
what
out of
you're
touch with
getting
the common man
at.
and
I see
woman
what you good
or
point. Yeah.
transvestite.
Yeah.
Common man, woman, or transvestite.
No, I'm just asking for the same passion for your whatever
Yeah.
you believe for.
Yeah,
Now I believe that the gas went up.
yeah.
Well, I need the same passion they put in to,
I mean-
you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, imagine this
to
one.
fight for it, right?
Gas went up, grocery went up,
Yeah.
everything went up.
Yeah.
Your pay went up by maybe 50 cents.
Yeah. Not even. It
Ooh,
didn't
25
even.
cents for me.
25 cents, 50 cents.
Yeah.
For some,
Yeah.
$5.
Yeah.
Does that really cover?
Yeah. Probably not.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we talked about last time, this one guy.
House tax went up.
Yes, I know.
I know.
It's painful.
I saw
I was
that.
like, wait, hold up. I was paying mortgage. Like, that's a big fucking change.
yeah.
Hold up, what's going on over here? Like, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but my point is to cap off what you just said. Everything's going up,
yeah.
and the pay's still fucking the same.
Here's the problem.
Pay's the
That's
same.
the way I
goddammit.
see it, right? This is just my math.
Yeah,
Everything goes up.
Yeah.
Your pay does go up,
yeah.
but not enough.
Not enough. Not to cover it.
Not to
You know?
cover anything.
Shit, not even cover a half tank, dude.
Right. Because the dollar is weak right now. The dollar is weak.
Yeah, I know. It's
What
but that's why I'm excited to, you know what I mean? I'm excited to see what's gonna happen the next
February,
next year.
next February. See
Yeah.
what happens
You know what I
next
mean?
February.
I'm excited. Whoever it is,
Fuck February. I just wanted November 6th for that.
I know.
Let's hit it up, man.
You know, I'm gonna be neutral when I say this, right?
Yeah.
I don't even. Okay, not that I don't care, but whoever wins, right? I think for us Americans, right? Let's just hope that it's for better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For the better.
Yeah, Democrat, Republican, I don't care who it is, right? At
It
this
doesn't
point- at
matter.
this point,
Whoever wins.
just God, that make some changes, right? Shit, dude.
Yeah, go back to the roots.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
what is it? What is it supposed to be? To be a servant for the people.
That's right.
The public office is called public office for a reason. It's
Yeah, yeah.
to serve the people,
Serve the people,
not
yeah.
to serve number one. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you know,
Well,
not to serve you.
serve their
beliefs.
Right.
their
Yeah.
backers.
Their
Support
beliefs,
the
yeah.
people of the United States. And
Yeah.
you know, I remember back in the day, 1980s, 1990s, that everybody look up to the U.S. Oh man, U.S. land of the free. Trees, trees like bloom dollar bills. You can just pick them down from the tree. All the stuff. The roads are paved with gold. Now there's nobody in the world that actually looks up to the United States and say like, yeah, that's a great country. Now they're like, that's a joke. You talk to anybody, Overseas, you're like, America, you guys are a joke.
Well, I think well, I won't say it that way. I think we're still holding our ground in some aspect. You know what I mean? I think it's still a good country
It is.
to raise your
It's a great.
family.
It's
You
the
know what I
best
mean?
country there is.
Like it's still good. It's still a good place to raise your family. I think so.
Yeah.
Right. But you in what and I agree to a point where you're right. We just need to
We need to bring our identity
again.
back.
That's right. Like to that. I think the bottom line, like I said earlier, I think we need to stop pleasing everybody. Just
Yes.
stick to the rule. Kind of like you know what I mean. Someone is always gonna get hurt anyway.
Yeah.
Because if you keep pleasing people, that's when shit goes downhill. Because now you're gonna, if I please you, but I'm hurting you, and then now, if
Mhm.
let's say you're two business, right?
Right.
Let's say you're like I don't know, whatever business.
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter, right? But if I don't please you, now you're gonna go nuts, and now, but you affecting the economy. That makes sense?
Ah.
Am I making sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So, but I don't know. It's maybe I'm just they just need to. I think the focus is not on the one that matters. I think we're too focused on. I just like our first topic earlier when we opening it up.
Yeah.
The gender, whatever.
Right. Right.
It's such a big topic that's like, why the fuck? How did it get this big? Gay people have been around since freaking forever. dude.
Forever. Yeah.
Yes, they have.
Like,
Just-
holy shit.
Just to close that boxing loop, she
Yeah.
was beaten in 2022 by a female too.
Wow.
Okay, maybe she's a female. After all, that's what everybody said, though.
Yeah.
If you read into it, apparently she is actually a female.
Mm.
Apparently, right? So I think that's why fact checking is a good thing, right?
Right.
So because I think I heard, I didn't get the full statement, but I seen everybody saying that she is actually a female
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. She got beaten.
I feel sorry for
Yeah.
the Italian.
In
Mhm.
Italy, two
If-
punches.
I mean, she really hits hard.
Maybe she does really hurt her. Hit her,
Probably
you know?
hurt her. Yeah.
Like
You
shit.
know, but-
maybe she's a female with the extra power. I don't know,
Tell us what
but
you
she
think.
got beat.
but she got beat.
She
So
got beat.
she's
Yeah.
beatable. Yeah.
She's beatable.
Hey, the comment section is open. If you guys want to comment on it,
Yeah.
what you guys think about
On anything,
what
really.
happened or whatever the conversation we had
Yeah.
before. But any closing comments? We are down to 8 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, going back to the Olympics,
Yeah.
please win some medals.
I know. Huh? I thought we did already.
I don't think so.
No, I think we did one. I think.
I was checking it, man. It was still zeros.
Oh shit.
Oh,
dude.
man.
Win some.
No, I think the gymnast might, right? Oh, he didn't at all.
Do something.
Uh,
I know they're
I
good.
think the last time we had one like powerlifting.
The powerlifting.
Yeah, the
Oh,
female.
the
Yeah.
gold medalist.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, I didn't know that the bonuses are pretty big for China, man. Have you seen that?
No?
Again, I didn't fact check this. I just saw a flash. It's like gold medal bonus for US 36,000, China
What?
756,000.
What can they buy with $756,000?
$1,000 now.
Dollars.
Yes.
Oh,
God.
36, 756.
What?
I was like, wow.
you know what that is?
But
Fentanyl money. Just kidding. Just kidding.
damn, dude.
Wage
That's a
gap,
big-
wage gap.
I know wage gap, right? Shit. that's a
Closing
big difference.
comments?
Again, I'm gonna obviously hit two comments, right? Because two topics. So the first one, again, like I said, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, I don't care what you do, just I think let's just keep it simple, and then whatever you do outside of that simpleness, that's your own time. I don't know if everybody got my point on that one,
Yeah.
right? And then for socialism, capitalism, I get pros and cons on both, but I like freedom.
Yeah. I like freedom too.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm with you guys both. I mean, as far as the gender thing, as long as you don't break that boundary of biological male and biological female spaces,
Yeah.
whatever you do in the bedroom, hey, that's on you. As long as you don't
Yeah.
break those boundaries, because
Yeah.
consideration of others, right? You gotta consider respect the other gender, regardless, right?
Yeah.
And as far for socialism and capitalism, time and time again, socialism has been proven to be not healthy for a country. So
Mhm.
that just tells you, how fragile socialism is. So I lean towards the more proven, even though there are pros and cons, but more freedom goes with capitalism. So I'll
Yeah.
go with that. Plus, I'm a capitalist too. So,
Yeah. I know.
well, right. So that's it for today,
Okay.
this week, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoy our podcast.
Yeah.
And tune in again next time for another podcast with your boys. See you later.
Hit that button.
Hit it and subscribe.
Which button?
Comment. Right there. Right. Woo!